Hey guys, welcome back to the Savvy Shoppers. My name is Sarah if you're new here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today I am going to be talking about something that I received as a gift. It was a surprise and it was a very, very nice surprise. My sister sent me a set of the Ultrean electric salt and pepper grinder set. So we both love to cook. We're both into Food Network television. And we're both aggressive seasoners, very important. So she thought it would make a wonderful gift. I have never had anything that is electric. So she sent it to me and I was super excited to receive it. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today because I've been using it for a few days now since she sent it. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So it is a salt and pepper grinder set. And these are USB-C charged. So inside the box, I will show you close-ups of everything, but it does come with the charging cables in order to do it. It does recommend that you want to charge it for about an hour before you start using it. So I let mine actually charge overnight. I was very excited. However, I did not have any of the coarse grinding things that you will need for a grinding set. I already had the pepper berries, but I did not have the coarse salt, so I needed to wait anyway. So I went ahead and let it fully charge overnight. But the instructions say an hour is sufficient. So what is unique about these there's several features actually. I personally have never used an electric grinder. I used them for the first time when I was at her house last autumn, and I thought, wow, those are so awesome. And so she must have remembered that it was something that I was very fascinated with. And I think at the time I was going to order them, but they were out of stock. So now, of course, mine are red. As you can see, I have a coffee theme going on in my kitchen and I love red, and red is the accent color. So she kindly gifted the red shade to me, but it does come in other colors, black, stainless steel, etc. So if your kitchen aesthetic is different than mine, you should be able to find something that you would like just as well. So what is really neat about these guys is that they are, of course, you know, it does everything for you. But also there are several features that I found out just using them because I didn't read about all the features because I was just too excited. I'm kind of that type of person. So anyway, on the bottom, it's got the cap. So that's something I learned the hard way. I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right because nothing's coming out. So you have to take the cap off, Sarah, in order for your seasoning to come out. So step one, take the cap off. But it is nice to store it with the cap on if you can, because if you live in any kind of humid environment, we live in the Pacific Northwest. So it's kind of a good idea, especially, you know, I keep mine on the stove. So if it comes in contact with steam or moisture or things like that, then you could, you know, get a little bit of your seasoning that, you know, could kind of cake on there. So I do like keeping the cap on. And, you know, my kids use it now. We've got teenage daughters and, you know, of course they're excited about it. And so everyone just kind of knows that you have to take the cap off in order to use it. The other thing that I found just recently that was super exciting to me is, I will demonstrate it for you, of course, with some B-roll footage so you can see it a little closer. But on the grinder, so, you know, first of all, you remove the top and it has really nice little a little lock icon on there so you know when it is fully locked and closed. So that's helpful. So you put your coarse salt in there. I really enjoy the Redmond Real Salt. I will link it in with the rest of the information for this grinder because I do recommend it. It's got all the vitamins and minerals. It's from the Salt Lake, so it's got all of your, you know, your good stuff in there. It hasn't been stripped away, but of course you can use any kind of coarse salt that you enjoy, but I really do like the Redmond Real Salt. So you put your seasoning that you're going to be using inside here. And then at the top, it has a little button, if you can see that. So then you press the button and your seasoning comes out. So I'm gonna press it. So there's your seasoning. And I don't know if you saw when I pressed it, but it lights up. Here we go. See it? So if you are cooking in a dim situation, or say you're having a romantic dinner and you still want to season your food, you can see it with this, which I think is totally amazing. So like a small child, I was extremely giddy when I saw that feature. So as you can see, quite a bit of seasoning comes out. So of course you will need to learn how to control however much seasoning you like on your food based on the way it grinds. And with the Redmond real salt, my husband used to call it the salty salt. So it is nicely salty, a lot of salinity to it. So if you like a salty salt, Redmond is definitely the way to go for that. And then in the pepper grinder, I have berries that are all the different colors. So I've got red peppercorn or pink peppercorn in here, also the white, and then just your regular telecherry pepper. So likewise, it's the same as the salt, where you take off the cap, because if you don't take off the cap, everything's grinding into the cap. So once again, you have your little button here and you just push it and you've got your pepper. So now I do have a traditional pepper grinder at the kitchen table. It was something that I had gifted to my father as a present. And so when he passed away, my mom gave me the pepper grinder back. So I do keep that one at the kitchen table because, like I said, our family is very aggressively seasoning individuals. My children are too. So I keep these guys on my stove. But of course you could keep them tabletop. You could have 2 sets because they're not cost prohibitive. And you would be able to have, electric seasoning throughout the house. So, but anyway, I thought these were such a fun idea and definitely a wonderful gift. Father's Day is coming up, graduations, if you happen to know someone who's graduating and they really like cooking or they're into culinary. A lot of kids have gotten more into cooking because of the internet, watching TikTok videos and things like that. So they're more into, I want to try this viral video. This would be a good gift for someone who was, of course, cooking inclined. And even if they aren't cooking inclined, we all need to eat. Even if you're getting your food DoorDashed to you, you still might want to season it with some salt and pepper. So I highly recommend these. They're so much fun. As I said before, they're not super expensive. And it's a really nice way to kind of season up your life a little bit. So everything that you need to know about these guys is going to be linked down below. As I said before, I will also link the Redmond real salt in the coarse variety. And everything that you might want to know, I will have for you. And I hope that you give them a try. And I hope that you will also consider subscribing to our channel so that other people can find our information. Please hit the like button because that lets the internet know that this is a video you might want to watch if you're interested in this subject. We hope you'll come back again and see us. And until that time, have a great day. Bye.